welcome back to the Meal Prep Artist. I am Danielle, and today we are going to make some breakfast burritos. I'm going to make quite a few of them, that way they store easy in the fridge and anybody can grab one who's hungry in the morning, maybe even for lunch or for dinner. So let's get started. So right now I have 5 eggs that I put in here. Since I'm making 5 burritos, I usually do the same amount of eggs just to make sure that they spread thoroughly throughout the burritos. Right now before I mix them up, I add a little bit of my salt, a little bit of pepper, and we like seasoning salt, so I just put a little bit of that on just to give it some little extra flavoring on the eggs. Okay, and they are, as long as the bottom is all white, that's kind of what I watch for. Then I just go through, kind of break the yolk. I don't stir it too much. I kind of keep them in the circular format, easier to divide, to put onto the burrito. So I'm going to let that kind of cook a little bit more. Just let it sit. I do want to show you, this is what we use for our burritos. It's a brand that I had found, I believe at like Walmart or somewhere, but it only has 4 grams of carbs per burrito, which is amazing because burritos are usually full of a lot of carbs, and so we like to eat low carb, and so a lot of my things are keto friendly, and this is one thing that I found, and it makes breakfast burritos even more healthy. So I try to make those almost every week, and I'll make 5 of them. Sometimes I'll make more, but the kids don't like them that well, so we just eat them as adults. So anyway, my eggs are getting a little bit more finished, so I just kind of keep moving the top around so the bottom doesn't burn. Turn it down to medium-low. Okay, and just continue to let your eggs kind of cook. They kind of look like a scrambled egg, so we kind of want it in a full round pattern. And I will start warming up my tortillas, put the bacon on. And so first of all, since the eggs are almost done, I'll take one of my tortillas. Add some sour cream to it. I just lay a little slice of bacon on there. I put a little bit of some cheese, a little bit of spinach. I just kind of get it all prepped except for the egg part. I save that for last, just because they're still cooking. And we like to eat spicy food, so I will add a little bit of some hot sauce. Some people don't like spicy, so just leave it off. And now my egg is about to form, so I'm going to lay this back down on the plate. And my egg is just about done. So I'm going to start cutting it into just 5 strips, basically, dividing it up so I can easily transfer those strips to the plate. And you can just kind of flip them around if you want. And honestly, you can make your egg however you want. This is just how I do it. So however you want your egg. If you want it scrambled, if you want it whole. Some people like the yolk. I just find it easier just to cook the whole thing. It's quicker. This has only taken me approximately a few minutes to do so far. Maybe about 5 minutes for this whole process. Not very long. And so now my egg is ready to go. I'm going to transfer my eggs to a plate. And the reason why I'm getting them out of the pan is because eggs continue to cook even when they're out of the pan. So if you don't want your egg to be too overcooked, you want to get it off the pan because it still is going to continue to cook as it sits here on the plate. So I'm going to set my eggs aside. And I'm going to grab the burrito that I was working on, and it has everything in it. I'm just going to set it in the pan, and I turn it down to low or melt. That way, all I want it to do is just kind of heat up the burrito so the cheese kind of starts to melt. And I'm going to come over here and grab some egg. You don't need too much. Pretty simple. Let that warm up just a little bit. I go through a lot of plates when I do these, but that's okay. Have my clean plate over here that's ready. I use toothpicks on these as well. I use a lot of toothpicks, so I do not get these toothpicks wet, as normally I do if I'm cooking, but these I'm just going to use as a holding utensil basically for my burrito. So I don't want to touch the burrito. It's hot, too hot, so I kind of just manipulate it to slide out onto the plate. And I will that so you can see. I want to show you how I wrap my burritos up, so I will get this camera down here so I can show you how I do that. Give me a second. Okay, so I am going to fold this burrito up. So what I like to do, it seems like it lasts longer throughout the week as well, is I'm going to put a little extra sauce on there. I fold one end over, then on the side. Then I fold the other side in, and you can see the bottom is still open. Get it nice. This is why it's nice to warm them up, because they're still a little bit flexible. And I just tuck that in. Fold it. Take my toothpick. Holds the top. And one toothpick holds the bottom. So when I'm all done with making the breakfast burritos, I put them in individual Ziplocs. It helps if you want to write the name of what they are on them or whose they are for the week. You can just grab and go. Makes it much easier when you're packing your lunch or getting up in the morning to eat breakfast. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, how I get my list of food together or anything like that, feel free to ask questions in the comments. Always like, share, and follow. That would be awesome. So have a great day. Have a great week.